Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Pete. Just went over the break, Christmas and New Year's, and got I guess technically it's a break in theory, but in reality, there's so much going on and so many students that call that it's not really much of a break. In other words, maybe the pace goes down, but most professors still work, especially online. You're always getting calls. Got one on Christmas Eve, and then got to talk to a student on Christmas, and that's fine. It was important for the student, and I don't have a problem with that because maybe that made Christmas that much better for them. So that's where that issue is. But I know this happens every year. Every year this happens. After a break, the student will be off for 2, 3 weeks and say, "Well, I'm going to be turning something in late because of fill in the blank." And not to be rude or critical, I mean, I understand life happens, and so let's make that clear. You plan something out and life happens. But part of life is planning ahead. So if you have time off, why would you not sit there and say, "Well, I would normally do this work. Why not work like one assignment ahead or maybe a week ahead and just say, okay, I got most of the work done. I'll go back during the week and just tweak it and turn it in correctly." But instead, every year I get a call at, I'm late and I'm going to be late and I want you to be working with me. The holidays were stressful and it's stressful for everybody. But the problem is not only do you have the week to do your work, but you had 2 or 3 weeks before to do your work as well. And so it doesn't come off, it's not that professors aren't compassionate, it just comes off as you didn't prepare and you didn't do right. Now, I had a student that had a death in the family, completely understood. And even 2 weeks is not enough to deal with that issue. And so I want to make that clear. So when I do these videos, some people say, well, that's a generalization. Well, we live in generalizations in the world. We can't caveat everything we say, and that's just the reality of the world. So we have to move past that, if you will, political correctness or the oversensitivity of things. It's just the way the world works at times. What we need to do here is take the time of the breaks to recharge your batteries. I did the best I could, and enjoy the family and friends and all the things that come along with the holidays. Having said that, please avoid going to the professor saying, I know we just came off a 2 week break, but I'm going to be late the first week because I really didn't prepare. Now, granted, you didn't say that, but that's really what you're saying to the professor. So make every opportunity, because when you start, say the professor starts off grading in the new year, they have a different perspective. Typically, they're happy, they're positive. Let's keep that going. Let's keep that energy going. And so when you don't do that, it really sends a negative energy, and it also sends a message that maybe college isn't a big focus. And I had a student call the other day. They said they finally got what I was saying, that if it was easy, everybody would do it. They lose about an hour to 2 hours of sleep a day. And what they said is they had to really look at their day in order to organize it better. And they realized they were doing what I call internet patterns. I have to check my mail, my email, my Facebook, and they click, 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 click. And by the time they get done to actually doing their work, they're a half hour into their school time, and then they have to keep checking their Facebook and everything, tweets and all that throughout the whole assignment. So they said, I just turned all that off, and I actually got my work done by the time I got my pattern done on the internet, or my wasted time watching videos and all that, like YouTube, not my videos, but other people's videos. And it was interesting because that person actually, after a course of a couple weeks, about 4 weeks, they said that they actually were getting to bed earlier because they were more aware of their time. So it's there are very few people that can say, I don't have time to do college. There are some that have families and maybe single parents, and there's some that work different jobs and crazy hours. But you make time for what you want. So you may have to cut the TV out. You may have to work on how do you combine like a lunch break with some work, or how do there's all these different things you have to kind of consider, and that's life. But again, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Some people have more of a challenge and some people have less of a challenge. I have students, some they graduate from high school and they sit and all they do is college, and that's all they do. And you know what? That's okay. That's their life, and that's choices they've made, or parents made choices for them, and they have that luxury. Now, can they do other things as well? Great. That's wonderful if they choose to. If not, that's not an excuse for other people not to do things. Okay. So I don't like hearing that excuse either. We all have issues. And I don't know if I ever did it. I got to do that one video about space aliens. I keep saying I'm going to do that. But anyways, best of luck. And I know the holidays are over, but we have to now get out of have the post-holiday effect, where we have to start getting back into things. So anything you need, drop me a line and best of luck.